with CAN TV. My name is Agustin Jaramillo, also known as AJ, Greater Westtown technical instructor for the shipping and receiving program. And today with me I have another technical instructor,
Tom Rio.
We're here to talk to you for the next 25 minutes about our training program, what the eligibilities are, what we do, and then exactly when the next training program will begin. So I have a few questions that I'm going to ask here to Mr. Rio, and please feel free to call us here at CAN TV. 312-738-1060 to ask any questions that you may have on your own. So again, we are from Greater Westtown Training Partnership. We happen to be technical instructors for the shipping and receiving training program. So I'm going to start off one question that is usually asked about our organization, our agency. What do we do?
It's the first question is also the most loaded question. We do a lot of things. So, the very nuts and bolts of what we do is we do shipping and receiving training. We help you get the skills, and then we help you find a job in shipping and receiving. I mean, that is kind of the basic of what we do. And that. Yeah. So that's it in a small nutshell.
We also offer another training program if you're interested in woodworking and manufacturing. They will present here actually next month, so they'll be able to talk more about the woodworking program. But again, yes, we are a training organization. We are located at 500 North Sacramento. I'll put it on the screen in a minute. And we actually just started a class about 3 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we're going pretty strong. It seems pretty good. So we'll be able to assist those individuals with the skills needed to enter into the shipping and receiving industry, and then move forward from there with a good job.
Right.
So question number 2, how much will training cost?
Well, training is going to be, it's at no charge to anybody who qualifies, and typically that's someone who is getting public aid, maybe a displaced worker as well too. And so again, it's no charge. We do help with transportation, but that's once you're in the program, and then we can give a stipend to help to get you back for the next week. It's a 12-week program, Monday through Fridays, 8:30 to 3:30. And, part of that skill that we talk about is it's the shipping and receiving, but then it's also working on what we call soft skills, working on punctuation, getting you there every day. Some people haven't worked in a while, so, they're not used to that routine. And this helps them get into that routine. And, why we do that as well, too, is the employers that we deal with, one of their biggest things is we need someone who is going to be there, who's going to show up, who can show that they're going to be dedicated. And, that's one way that we can help them out with that is when we can say, you know what, you're looking for a person who's dedicated. Well, this person was here all 12 weeks. They were here every day, was not late, didn't miss a day as well. So again, it's, it's working on that soft skill. So, and which is part of job training.
It is. So I'm going to try to get you a very difficult question.
Okay.
So I can run through these slides and get some images up.
Okay,
some
great.
of the students. So what I would like to know is the training facility in itself. What is it housed? What would an individual coming into our facility expect to see, and that we would be able to provide them?
Okay. What would they expect to see? Well, lots of racks, lots of materials. So the training facility itself, we have classroom and we also have hands-on training. And that hands-on training is in a warehouse environment. Right now, this current class, they've done some classroom work. AJ or myself have done presentations, but then they go in the warehouse. And it's a fully functional warehouse. They have been picking and packing, they have been repacking packages and checking on product to make sure it's all what it says it's supposed to be. So counting and recounting. So that's kind of the very start of what we do with the training. It's also one of the basic jobs that you might come across in shipping and receiving. So, there's boxes, there's product that's been donated to us from employers as well too. forklifts, pallet jacks, racks, you name it. If you've been in a warehouse environment, when you come to Greater Westtown, you would expect you'll be in that same environment again. If you've never been in one, AJ's got some great pictures that
Yeah.
will show you exactly what it looks like.
Let's see if we can get these pictures to come up, and we'll talk a little bit about the pictures as we're going through. You'll also come across our address. So if you can notice here in this picture, this is our main warehouse where we do our main teaching. We like to call it Warehouse A. And as you can see, we do have racks and product there. Let's see here. Here's one of our previous students as they're doing hands-on training.
Right, he's moving up. One is moving the pallet, and the other one is setting up the stretch wrap machine. Actually, for to stretch wrap that pallet of product that he's moving in the picture as well. So again, another piece of equipment you'll see is the stretch wrap machine. Typical piece of equipment you find in warehousing and transportation. You know, if anybody has experience as well too, they can say, yeah, well, I've done that by hand. Great. We know machines tend to break down sometimes, so anytime you can do something manually to keep the process moving, employers like that.
Yeah. So here's some more. There's one of our other instructors, Mr. William Molina there in the vest. Let's see what we got in here. Is our information, Greater Westtown Training Partnership Shipping and Receiving Training Program, located at 500 North Sacramento Boulevard, Chicago, Illinois 60612. Phone number to reach us at is 312-563-9028. You can also find us on Facebook at Greater Westtown. And our website, www.gwtp.org. More information there. Email us at training@gwtp.org if you're interested. We have begun orientations for our next class. So orientations for shipping and receiving are Wednesdays at 8:45 in the morning. Please call us at 312-563-9028 to reserve a seat for orientation. Now this slide should say next training begins in October. It does not, but we understand it. Just know that next training will begin in October. So I'm going to go back to us. So the question that also gets asked is once an individual completes our training program, where are they probably going to go work? Like what's the next step?
So once you finish, the goal is always then that we will place you in a full-time job. We're not a temp we're not a temp agency. We're not a temp service. Again, for us, it's getting you in a full-time job and getting your career started in shipping and receiving, or bumping your career up if you've already in shipping and receiving as well. So typical place, you'll start maybe on the warehouse floor, picking and packing orders. We don't deal with Amazon, but if you imagine a place like Amazon. We have smaller local companies as well too. So, part of that for us is getting an individual to a company and to a job that they're going to be successful at. Like I said, this is at no charge to us, and again, no charge, to you. And the only way that we can do that is by you going out and being successful. Because then when you're successful, we can get the next group behind you. We can get them hired in as well too. So, for us, it's just about an individual success, because when individuals are successful and they're happy, it makes for a better community. And that's kind of what we strive for.
Yes, I believe that 100%. I know when we have people that come in, they're looking for an advancement in their career, whether they're already in shipping or receiving or trying to go into a new industry such as shipping and receiving. Sometimes, having the a little experience behind them goes a long way, especially in the subjects that we do teach. Mr. Rio teaches the OSHA training, and he does a lot of the safety procedures, but he also teaches the UPS and the FedEx, which are important tools to have in the shipping and receiving industry now. A lot of things that come up are the fact that we are really focusing, or companies are really focusing on e-commerce or online ordering. So a lot of those things are done online and through the use of a computer. So there are things that we offer to include UPS shipping, FedEx shipping, and then some computer classes to get individuals that are interested in the industry a little bit, on up-to-date skills. So, would you be able to tell the viewers the eligibility for training? Like, how old does an individual need to be?
Well, so the minimum age is 18, and there's no cutoff age as well too. So the minimum is 18, and we've had students who have come in their late 50s and 60s as well too. Our average age is probably somewhere around, I'd say, 35 or so, and that being a Chicago resident does help as well too with the eligibility of the Chicago area. Who else is eligible? People who are eligible are the ones who are willing to give 12 weeks and dedicate themselves to the program and to the community. And I go back to community because this is what this is about, getting people to work, making the community a better place.
So one thing that we're actually going to do this week, we're taking our class to a company visit.
Yes.
And it's an organization that we have worked with. And would like to continue to work with. So we do these employer visits so that we introduce our students to locations where we have, in fact, placed individuals, and then something that they could expect in the real world. I think that's coming up Thursday.
Coming up Thursday.
Thursday. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you could give too much detail, but at least, explain what the purpose of that is.
So the purpose of the tours are, like AJ said, it's to give individuals a sense of what it's like being in a warehouse environment. Warehousing, it can be very hot, like in the summertime, very cold in the wintertime, so it's getting used to that type of environment. Some places will be very dirty, some are clean. The company we're going to deals with hospital supplies. So, it's very interesting to watch the way they work and their pick services and that. And that's the other thing. You get a chance to see all these different techniques when we do these, when we do the different tours. Every company has their own way of doing things, and it's good to expose students to that. Even with those who come to us, come to the training, some who have experience, they can say, well, we didn't do it, that's not what I've done before in that. And it's like, yep, we know that, and because every company has their own tweak on it as well too. And, Mr. J does a really good job of presenting that when he talks about warehouse operations and such, and that. But the nice thing is too for us is we are, as instructors, are always open to learning new things. And we've had students who have shown us a few things as well, which is nice. And, I like that because then it brings a sense of ownership for students when they come in as well too. One other thing that we do as well, and it's very important, I think, is that students in a few weeks, in a couple weeks, they're going to go to the Chicago Food Depository, and they're going to donate some time there to doing a repack. It's one of those things, it's part of giving back to the community and that. So we have a caller.
We do have a caller. Go ahead. Yes, caller?
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you tell me, I'm just tuning in, so I don't know if the question was asked before, but what's the balance? Is there a ratio, like with the male and female? Do the males outnumber the women, or do they feel intimidated?
That's a great question. Thank you very much. No, a lot of people have asked because maybe in the past it seemed like it's somewhat of a male-dominant industry. So we do get a lot of questions about women in the industry, and I think maybe we should share the answer. And you go ahead and give a little bit, especially about our current class. Our current class is pretty good.
Our current class, we have one female for I think every three males, if I can do my math right.
Yeah.
And that, so which is good for us as well too. Women can thrive in shipping and receiving as well too, and in warehousing.
Yeah.
It tends to be a male-oriented and dominated field, but women do very well with it. And I do encourage women to sign up for the training or come to the training as well too, because there is a need for women in this field as well too, and our employers will tell us as well. That as well too, and it's not just. So women in the field as well too. I know from talking to our employers is there tends to be more of this attention to detail as well. So again, that's very important. You don't want to have any missed orders or missed picks and those kind of things as well. One of the things we teach is forklift training as well too. And you know, we have some of our best drivers wind up being women who come out of the training as well too. So women should not feel intimidated to come into the program. The women and men tend to interact very well. I think they're just as successful, if not more, than most of the men who come through.
Yeah. Does that answer your question, caller?
I think they're
Are we
going.
there? Oh, okay. Please, if you're out there watching this and you have a question for us, I'm going to read the numbers, 1312-738-1060. Please give us a call. Ask us a question about the training program, about if we haven't answered any questions about how to be admitted to the program or what it takes to get admitted to the program. If you'd like more detail, please give us a call. I have one more question, and then I'll go ahead and put up the slide that has our address and our phone number, so you can see that one more time. So now we know, at least we've been talking about the training program and what's the eligibilities, right?
Right.
Now the process, the admissions process, what does that look like for an individual? So day one, if we start with day one, how does an individual go through the process, and then how long usually is the process?
Okay. So there's four steps to it. And the first step is orientation. So that's what we're encouraging everybody to sign up for. That's step one. We'll hold those every Wednesday between now and the start of training at 8:45 in the morning. We have a caller, it seems.
You want to finish up, or you want to?
No, we'll take the caller
All right,
first.
we'll
then I
take the
can
call,
come
and then
back.
we'll finish up. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, I don't have a GED or a high school diploma. Can I still enroll into your program?
Okay, that's a good question.
That is, yes, you can. We also offer, one of the things we do offer is we have Ellen Lindsay on staff who will help with you getting your GED. She does, if you're willing to put the extra time in. So you can come to the program without a high school diploma or GED. But we're also willing to help you with that as well. It's preferred that you do, but we can also help with that.
Yeah, what a lot of people are looking for are the certifications when they come to our program. But there are some individuals that do mention their desire to attain a GED, and we work with other agencies within the city that we can assist with that. Like Mr. Rios said, there is a little bit extra time that you'd have to put into it, but if you really want to get your GED diploma, then it is recommended that you do the extra work, and it'll be a benefit for you. Is that helpful?
Nope.
No,
Okay. All right. So I think they're gone?
I think so.
Okay. So let me go back to the, we have another caller.
Hello?
Hi, I have a question. So if I come to an orientation between now and the start of class, as you were beginning to say, does that mean that I'm automatically in the training?
No, it doesn't. It's the first step, like I said. So that's step one. And again, you come Wednesdays at 8:45. It's great if you call and reserve a spot as well with us. And then again, when you come that day, we'll give you a tour of the facility. We'll have you fill out an application, take a look at it. And, we'll talk to you a little bit more about the program, show you around, and then the next step after that, we'll get you set up with tape testing. And it's testing, it's more of an evaluation. We want to check your reading and math skills. For the program, it's required there's at least a sixth grade reading and math level as well. But again, we look at everybody when they come through the door. And if you do well in your tape testing, we'll call you back for more of a formal interview session with two instructors like Mr. J or myself. If that goes well, and again, we sit down and we talk with other staff members, we review files. We talk about candidates who have applied as well. If you're someone that we want to accept, the next step is to send you for a drug test. And you have to be able to pass a drug test. That's important for us. It's important for our employers as well, too. Again, we work with heavy equipment. We don't want anybody coming who's impaired who's going to get themselves hurt as well. But again, it's important for our employers as well, too, so we have a clean program.
Yeah, I think the main thing, and it may seem like a lot, but step one is the main thing you have to do. And right now, as I'm going to put the slide up, step one at this moment is to go ahead and
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Give us a call at 1-312-563-9028 and sign up for our orientation that is happening Wednesday, which is tomorrow,
Yes.
at 8:45. Now, these orientations happen every Wednesday for the shipping and receiving program at 8:45. We ask that you call to reserve a seat. If you want to email us, training@gwtp.org. That's a good way to let us know you're interested in coming to the program. That way we have a seat reserved for you, so then we can begin the orientation promptly at 8:45. Our location, if you see on the screen, 500 North Sacramento Boulevard, Chicago, Illinois 60612. We're a Greater Westtown Training Partnership. Kind of read that from down to up, but hey, that's sometimes
Sometimes that's how it
sometimes
works.
that's how it works, especially in shipping.
Yeah.
So our next training begins in October. So really, right now is the best time to start because of the steps that are involved. You may need to have them, take your time and understand if you really want this program, if it's going to be beneficial for you. So please give us a call.
It may sound like
I'm gonna run the last couple.
run the
slides.
last ones. I'm going to do a quick talk over. So orientation it's steps, but there also can happen rather quickly as well too. You can go from orientation to taping in 1 week and do those. Then you could have an interview the following week, and maybe for the drug test that week as well too. So it can be a quick process.
Yeah, okay, we have another caller. Yes, hello? Call.
Hello,
Yeah, hi. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing, Mr. AJ and Mr. Rio?
Oh, hey,
how are you?
I'm fine. This is Latanya Christian. I'm just calling to let you know I'm watching. My husband's watching. And great job what y'all doing.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you, Tanya? Hey, if we have you on the phone, maybe you could let everybody else know how's it going for you. Week, what is this? Week 3, week 4, week 4. How's it going for
This
you?
is week 4, and it's going well for me. I'm excited. I'm looking for week 5, and I am studying for my test so I can pass to get my certification.
That's awesome. Great. It's great to hear from you, Latanya. So for the viewers, Latanya is one of our current students, and yes, there is some testing. We help out as much as possible, but we try to make sure that individuals learn the subjects and then they're tested on it. I don't think it's anything to be fearful of. We work with individuals on a day-to-day basis, and we make sure that they know what is needed in the industry, but also for our training program.
Right. And I don't want anybody to get it. When we talk about testing, it's more a way of evaluating you, which is no different what you get on the job, right? You go in, you're going to learn some skills. They're going to see how you're doing on the job. If things aren't going well, they'll pull you back and talk to you a little bit and, better explain. So again, it's no different for us. It's the same way. It's, people don't get freaked out when you hear test.
No.
It's not, we don't set you up to fail. We're going to set you up to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
That is not just our job, but that's always our goal. And that's, that's kind of what we do, why we do, you know, we've got to bring people up.
Yeah, you have to make sure you understand the subjects, and then you're able to use them in the industry. That's ultimately the thing. We need to make sure that individuals know what is needed and required of them, so then when they go out to their job, then they'll be able to perform the task needed. I have a couple of slides. I think we're a few minutes out, but I have a couple of slides of students using some of our lift trucks, or more commonly known as a forklift. So here, I'm going to put this on. Here, we can talk about this. One of them is the yellow one. It happens to be our stand-up.
That's a stand-up narrow
Narrow
aisle.
aisle.
In that. So that's, again, in the industry, that's one you see more and more common in the industry. So that's one that gets used a lot. The one next to it is the sit-down electric, another common piece of equipment. And again, you come to the program, you'll get an opportunity to get certified on each of those pieces of equipment.
Let me go through here. We have RF scanners, another instrument that is used in the warehouse. One of my favorite instruments. I do a lot of the warehouse operations, so we use RF scanners to scan products, materials, inventory. So we use barcode readers. Let's see what else we got here. Here's one of our walkie riders.
Yep.
Very simple.
again, certificate, you have an opportunity to be certified on this as well.
Another warehouse that we do use. And then finally, this is our slide here. Again, please call us to reserve a seat for the orientation every Wednesday at 8:45. Well, our class begins in October, and we hope to hear from you guys. If you're interested, email, call, visit the Facebook page, visit the website, tell a friend, tell a neighbor. We're here, we're willing, and thank you very much for your time.